also made a point of saying that they're trying their best to make sure that the elections go off in a fair way for the midterms. But in the way he said it, it seems like he wasn't entirely sure that that was going to be possible. Take a listen.
The president, the vice president, I think everyone on this stage has acknowledged the fact that the ICA was a correct assessment of what happened in 2016. We have subsequently made the determination to make this a top priority, that it doesn't happen again, and we're throwing everything at it, and we will have, and we'll be discussing that here today.
We're doing everything we can to have a legitimate election, he also says. Ellen, that is a bit concerning. We're doing everything we can to make sure we have a legitimate election is not the same as him saying we will have a legitimate election.
Well, to be sure, the responsibility for making sure the election systems themselves, the voting machines and tabulation machines, election machinery, if you will, lies with the states and locals, but it's the Department of Homeland Security that is tasked with working with them to help them and ensure that that goes off. And from everything we're hearing, for the most part, that seems to be moving along fairly on track. We are not hearing that there are any specific threats to those systems this year, and that is not the most pressing threat.
So what is the most pressing threat? You read about social media and the influence.
It is really the information warfare campaign, the covert information warfare campaign against America by Russia and perhaps other foreign adversaries. That is harder to detect. It is harder to combat because the battleground, in effect, is really the social media platforms right now, and that is not an area where the law enforcement and intelligence agencies are traditionally involved. They're not generally looking into the networks of these companies. So a lot of the responsibility needs to be shouldered by these companies.
So let me read a portion of your article because I just found this fascinating. Russia has been particularly skilled